this we will be learning how we can make our work easy. Here if you are multiplying this a, you can see here I am multiplying it so many times, but it becomes very lengthy or difficult to write the same number or variable with same operation. Okay, so here indices or this index is helping us. Instead of writing it so many times, we can write a to the power 5. Why 5? Because how many times it has been multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot change this variable. The variable is going to remain same. So here this 5 is considered as its exponent and this a is considered as base. We can take few examples. Instead of this variable, if we take a number 2 which is being multiplied so many times. So here I have multiplied this 2 how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can write the same thing as 2 to the power 6. So here 6 is the exponent and 2 is the base. We can go reverse also, wherein if it is written 3 to the power 5, what it means? It will be 3 has been multiplied 5 times. So you can write it as 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. This is how you can make. So this is how it is working. Now we will go more in detail, wherein we will be learning certain rules. For example, here if I have taken a to the power m has been multiplied with a to the power n. So you can see in both the cases their base is same, which is a, but their exponents, their powers are different, but relation between them is of multiplication. In such cases you can write a to the power m plus n, which means here what will happen? Addition of power is being done. We can take one example. If you have 5 to the power 7 multiplied by 5 to the power 4. So what you will do? You will use this law wherein you will write base is going to remain same, addition of power is being done. Why are we adding? Because relation between them is of multiplication. So your final answer for this is going to be 5 to the power 7 plus 4, which is going to make it 11. So in total it is 5 to the power 11. Same way we can see one more. In second case, if it is a to the power m and relation is of division. So a to the power m divided by a to the power n. In such case, subtraction of these powers will be done. So a to the power m minus n. We can take same example. If it is 5 to the power 7 divided by 5 to the power 4. In this case, you will write 5 to the power 7 minus 4, which will give you 5 to the power 3. Understood? Here subtraction of this power is being done if relation between two values is of division. In third case, we will see law of power, wherein if it is a to the power m and the whole power is n, in such case you will be multiplying these values. So it is going to become a to the power m multiplied by n. Now we can take example for this also. For example, you have 5 to the power 7 and the whole is having power 4. So this is going to give you 5 to the power 7 times 4, which is 28. Now one most important law for 0 you need to understand. If any value, any variable has power 0, say a to the power 0, so that is going to result into 1. We can take few numerals also for this. For example, 5 to the power 0. So this is going to become 1. Any value you can take. Suppose 135 to the power 0. Here also it will become 1. Now understand why is this becoming 1. In this answer, what is the operation behind this? So if you see here, when this power is going to become 0, suppose you have 5 to the power 7 multiplied by 5 to the power minus 7. In such cases, what is going to happen? This is going to give you 5 to the power 0, which will result into 1. But how is this happening? So see here, minus 7 means when are we going to subtract? You know that it is when they have relation of division. So 5 to the power 7 divided by 5 to the power 7. In such case, what is going to happen? You can write it as 5 to the power 7 divided by 5 to the power 7. You know that they are same values, numerator and denominator is same, so you can cancel it by 1. So your final answer comes as 1. That is why it is happening. Here you can go with that rule also, 5 to the power 7 minus 7, which is 5 to the power 0, it is giving you 1. So this is what it is showing. This is how it is happening. Other than this, we will also learn certain roots, which means suppose you have under square root of a. What it means? It means it is having power in fraction, which is 1 upon 2. If it is cube root of a, which means a to the power 1 upon 3. Instead of that, it can have any number, say under fifth root of a, which means a to the power 1 upon 5. See how this is going to help you. For this, we will take certain examples. So in that case, if you see, we have taken this example. If you have under cube root this minus 27, so here you know that cube root minus 27 can be written as 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. If you want, you can give this negative sign to all these 3 or only this one, because when multiplication is in odd values, it is resulting into negative numbers only. Why I have multiplied this? I wanted to show you here, this can be written as here minus 3 to the power 3. Okay. See, minus 3 multiplied by minus 3 is making it 9, positive 9. That positive 9 when multiplies with minus 3, it becomes minus 27. So this is how this is coming. So now you see here, this cube and cube root will cancel each other. Why so? Because just now we saw minus 3 to the power 3, and this whole power which is there, it is cube root, so it is going to be 1 upon 3. And you know that they are going to multiply, because we did a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n. Why so? Because a to the power m, the whole power is n, you can write a to the power m multiplied by n. This we had done. So based on this law, you can do this operation, minus 3 to the power 3 multiplied by 1 upon 3. So this will cancel each other, and your final answer coming is minus 3. But this should be known to you. Otherwise, you can do these things directly, because you know now they cancel each other. For example, this question, if you see, under cube root of minus 125, you can directly write under cube root minus 5 to the power 3. So this is going to cancel each other, and your final answer would be minus 5. Same way, if we come to this is a bit complex. Here we will be using few more steps. So in this case, if you see, in this case. Here in this case we will see it is cube root of minus 8 square. In this case what you do, we will take it this way. Minus 8 square will give you 64, because minus 8 multiplied by minus 8, I can write it for you. Minus 8 multiplied by minus 8 will result it into positive 64, because you are aware of two negative numbers, when they are multiplied it results into positive answer. So here this is going to give you 64. Now you are aware of, if it is a cube root, I have to get power of this value as 3. So they will cancel each other. So how can I convert this 64 into something to the power 3? So you are aware of, you can do it as 4 into 4 into 4. So 4 4s are 16, 4s are 64. So the same thing you can write it as 4 to the power 3, and you know that now they can cancel each other and your answer coming is 4. Okay. Same way we can do this question as well. Here it is bit easy because they have already given you. So minus 12 under cube root and has power 3. So if you want, you can write it directly. This cube and this cube root will cancel each other and final answer coming is minus 12. But instead, if you know what is happening behind this is, it is minus 12. This cube root is nothing but it has power 1 upon 3, and then you have power 3. So when it multiplies, it is minus 12 to the power 1 upon 3 multiplied by 3. So this will cancel each other and you are getting your final answer as minus 12. So this is how this is helping you. Now we can use these rules how to find out the exponent. If you see here in this question, here 8 to the power something divided by 8 to the power 2 is equal to 3. So what should be here, so that when you do subtraction of this power, it should give you 3. So you can do it directly also. You know that if we are subtracting 2 from something and we are getting 3, so it should be 5, because 5 minus 2 will give you 3. But if numbers are different, bit complicated, how will you do that? What you can do? You can take it as x. So here 8 to the power x minus 2 is equal to 8 to the power 3. You know that this base is same, and if this and this terms are equal, that means their power are also equal if their base is same. So in this case you will take it as x minus 2 is equal to 3. Now this minus 2, when it goes on that side of equal to, it will become positive. So you will be able to write it as x is equal to 3 plus 2. So your final answer x is 5. So here what you can do, in place of this box you can definitely write 5. Same way here also we can do. If you take this box as x, so you know that first relation is of multiplication, so you will be doing addition of the power. So 7 to the power 6 plus 3 upon 7 to the power x is equal to 7 to the power 3. You could have done 6 plus 3 minus x, but just for your better understanding we are increasing one more step. So here 7 raised to 6 plus 3 will give you 9 upon x is equal to 7 to the power 3. Yeah. Now you know that relation is of division, so subtraction of power will be done in this case now. So 7 to the power 9 minus x is giving me 7 to the power 3. Again, base is same, and if they both the terms are equal, that means their power are also same. So you will write here 9 minus x is equal to 3. In this case, I would suggest take x on this side, so that will get positive sign, and this 3 is coming on this side, so it will take negative sign. So 9 minus 3 is equal to x. So 9 minus 3 is 6. So your x is equal to 6. So in place of this box, now you can fill as x. Okay. So next time we will be doing next topic. So for today, we'll keep up to this.